Thank you all so much for clicking on my video and welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. My name is Jenny and I create budget-friendly decor that's easy to do. In today's video, I'm going to be making 5 Dollar Tree DIYs using these beautiful fall placemats. For this first DIY, I'm going to create a really simple pillow. All I'm going to do is take my scissors to cut one of these stitches that has the fabric and the lining stitched together. So once I cut one of the stitches, it's pretty simple to pull apart the rest of them. Once you get going, you just pull them apart and that other tag will fall off. I'm just opening it up, so I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. Now you can use some old pillow stuffing if you have pulled out an old pillow, or you can pick up some from Walmart, Hobby Lobby. I had some old stuffing in a garbage bag that I kept in the garage, so I'm just using that to get to the desired fluff. And then what I'm going to do is just use some hot glue to seal it back up. It looks like it came as a pillow. It was so seamless, and so I'm just fluffing everything out, and then I'm going to add the hot glue small amount at a time and press it down so that I can make sure that everything is nice and sealed. I love finding these fabric placemats at the Dollar Tree that has pretty prints on them because they are really simple and easy to transfer into a pillow, because pillows can be a little pricey, and I do like to throw pillows out for different seasons. So I was really happy to find this really pretty fall one, and I'm most likely going to make maybe another one of these, but this was really simple and I absolutely love how it turned out. As you can see, it's really seamless. And I love those color pumpkins that's on the front with the different fall color leaves. And the lining on the back just looks really neat. And yeah, this came out really cute. So for my next DIY, I have another one of those placemats. I'm just removing the tags. The Dollar Tree put out these really cute little beaded wreaths that has these cute little attachments. It's a leaf and a little acorn, and it does have some jute cord attached to it, tied in a bow with a little hanger. But what I'm doing is removing the jute cord, and I am going to be removing the little attachments, but I'm going to keep those little attachments because I'm going to use those in another DIY in today's video. So once I have everything removed, I have a little needle and thread here, and all I'm going to do is create some stitches. So I'm going to add one of the beaded wreaths on each side. So I'm placing it all the way to the end in the center, and I'm just going to thread the needle right through and under, because I'm trying to attach that wreath and I want to make sure it's nice and secure. So I'm just going under and out, under and out, and I'm going around making sure I attach all the beads that's up against the fabric. And so I'm just going to go all the way till I get to that end, and then I'll come back over, and that way I have a double stitch and I'm sure that my wreath is attached. I am not worried about the stitches on the other side of the lining because you won't be able to see those stitches when I complete this. So I'm just going to go back over again a few times, make sure it's nice and secure, and then I'm going to add a few more stitches. And then what I'm going to do is just tie a knot in the back and just cut my thread. And that is it. I feel like it's nice and secured now, so I'm just tying my knot, and then I'm going to cut the thread. And then I'm going to take that other beaded wreath and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Once I have them both attached, I am going to use this fastener. It's like Velcro that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is add that along the sides, and that's what's going to cover my stitches. And what I'm creating is a little snack bag, like a little purse, and I love pumpkin spice. I'm here for pumpkin spice season, so I'm going to be carrying my snacks in this to work. This is actually a really cute little purse, and so I'm just measuring how much of the Velcro that I need, and I did mention that I picked that up from the Dollar Tree as well, so I'm just cutting it down. Now it has a very sticky back, but I am still going to add hot glue because I will be using this, and I want to make sure that everything stays together. So I'm just going to put one fastener on each side. So I'm just going to go along with some hot glue and then just place my fastener right on the top. And then it's a little longer, so I'm just going to cut off a little piece on one end because I want to leave the sides for me to glue the sides together. So I'm just going to clip that down, and you can use some fabric glue for that, or you can stitch your sides. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side and just placing the fastener right on top. And now what I'm going to do is go in with my glue along the sides, and I'm going to do 2 rows to make sure that this is nice and secure. And then I'm just going to fold it in half and press my sides down real good. And I think this is so adorable. I cannot wait to put my little snacks in here to carry to the office. I absolutely love how this turned out. It is so fall. It is so cute. And here's how it looked with a few of my snacks in there. Now for the next DIY, I am going to be removing the lining from this, and all I have to do is just cut the stitch, and then I'll rip it apart. It rips pretty easy. So I really do love covering books with fabric, so that's what I'll be doing with this piece. And I just picked up a book from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to remove the cover off of this book. So now I'm just going to place the book in the center, and I'm just trying to figure out how much of the image I want on the book, because that's the side I'm going to pull the fabric more to. So I want to make sure I show most of the pumpkin, and so I'm just trying to see how much fabric I have to pull on each side. So once I have the image that I want, I am just going to use some hot glue to attach the fabric. So I'm just pulling it over, and then I'm going to take some hot glue, go along the inside of the book, and place the fabric down. I'm just removing some strings that got caught up in the glue, which I could have left there, but I'm just placing it down. I'm going to flip the book over, and I am going to add some hot glue to pull the fabric down on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is cut slits in the side, and you'll see what I mean. And that's so that I can fold the other pieces. So once I get those 2 sides down, I'm just going to take my scissors and cut slits so that I can fold the other fabric inside the book as well. And so I'm just going to open it up and take some hot glue and fold it down. And you don't have to worry about all of the fabric being uneven in the inside, because I'm going to have this book closed. I'm going to have it glued closed. It's just for decoration purposes. So once I push that down, I'll hot glue the other side. And I just want to make sure that everything is nicely finished, and that's why I wanted to cut the slit so that I can use the right amount of fabric so this entire book can be covered neatly. Now that little piece there, I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that off, and that way it looks really neat. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm just going to cut the slit on both sides, And then I'm going to fold the fabric in and hot glue it down. Then I'm going to take my scissors and cut that little piece off as well. That piece was a little different, so I'm just going to take a little hot glue and just kind of push it down because I want to have it nice and neat, and that was actually really perfect. And so now I have a nice finished book cover. So now I'm going to add a little more glue to the inside because that first sheet, I'm going to have that sheet covering up the fabric that I glued down, so if it did open, you won't see any of that. So now I'm taking some jute cord and I'm going to tie a basic knot. I just want to keep the jute cord secured on that book so that I can wrap it around a few times. I thought this would be perfect for the fall. I absolutely love fabric for book covers. I love fabric decor for the fall. It just gives me really cozy vibes. So what I'm going to do is just pull that little string out, add some hot glue and cut that off. I'm leaving that little string because I'm going to string those little items that I poured off of those little beaded garlands. I'm going to hot glue that little leaf down, but the little acorn has the little hole in the top, and so I'm going to string it through the jute cord and then just kind of wrap it around and tuck it and cinch in the jute cord a little bit, and then I'll tack it down and cut off the excess. And then after I get that complete and clipped off, I am going to use some more of that jute cord to create a little basic bow, and then I'm going to hot glue that right to the top, and that will be it for this. I absolutely love this. I think this is perfect for the fall season. Now for the next DIY, I'm just removing the tags, and I wanted to create like a puffy sign with this, and I'm going to use this pumpkin pie sign that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I picked up a few of these. I absolutely love these signs, and I thought it would be perfect for that. So what I'm going to do is place my image on the front because I wanted a sign where you can see the fabric, but for that pumpkin to have like a puffy look. So what I'm going to do is just hot glue it around the sign, and I'm using and I'm making sure that I have my pumpkin image where I want it on the front, and then I'll tack the placemat down. And I'm not adding any hot glue in the front because I didn't want it to be flat. I want to have it still having that puffy look. So once I get that tacked down, I did use one of those wood words out of the Dollar Tree. They had a pack that's like blessed and thankful, and I pulled out the one that said blessed. I didn't want to paint it. I wanted to leave it as natural color, and I'm going to add some hot glue and place that right on that pumpkin. And I actually probably should have put some stuffing under that placemat so it can puff out a little bit more, but I think it still came out really cute. So I'm just going to place that right on the top of that pumpkin, and that is it for this sign. I absolutely love this sign. I think these placemats are just so adorable, and I'm hoping the Dollar Tree put out some more cute prints. Now for the next DIY, I did pull the lining off of this, and I have one of these little wood rounds from the Dollar Tree. I'm just adding some hot glue to those corners so that they won't unravel, because what I'm going to do is add this to that wood round. And so I'm just going to create a little sack, and so what I'm going to do is take the wood round, and I'm going to start hot gluing the fabric around the rim. And so I'm just going to place it right on top of the hot glue. So I'm going to add the hot glue, and then I'm going to place the fabric right on top. As you can see, I'm just going all the way around. I just wanted to make sure my little sack had a base so it can stand, and so that's why I used a little wood round. And I'm just going to keep going all the way around with the fabric, and it is going to overlap a little bit, but that's perfectly fine, and you'll see. I actually think this is a really cute way to create a gift basket for the holiday season, and I'm sure I'm going to do that with some fabric with some Christmas prints on it, because I think this will be cute to give away some gifts in. So now, as you can see what I mean when I say I'm overlapping it a little bit, but I'm just going to hot glue it right down just like that, and that is my standing sack. And I wanted to make it look like I have some leaves in here, so I'm going to take that lining and put it in there to create a filler, and then I'm going to use some leftover moss. I'm leaving them in the plastic bags because I can reuse it, and I just want to make some filler. And then the Dollar Tree had these leaves, but I'm going to keep them on the stem because I'm just going to bend the stem down because I want to make them look like they're about to fall out of the sack. And I just thought this was so adorable. It's just a cute little piece. So what I'm going to do is just fold them off. I'm removing the tag off of that, and so I'm just going to push it in there and then kind of cinch it, and I'm going to use some jute cord to tie it around the center, and then just kind of push the stems down a little bit just to kind of make them look like they're falling out of the sack. And that is it. This was really simple, but I think it's so cute for the fall. I wanted to tilt it over a little bit like it's leaning over. I'm going to tie a little basic bow around it, and that'll be it. I absolutely love how this turned out. It is so cute. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.